Bitcoin is just days from a massive reversal. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we're going to be launching a new series called Up Next. And in this series, I'm going to be showing you what the next month is looking like on the Bitcoin or other cryptocurrency markets. And in today's video, we're going to be analyzing what the next month for Bitcoin is going to look like, because I'm really excited to share with you that I think the bottom for Bitcoin, at least in this shorter term market, is coming within the next 1 to 2 weeks. I'm going to be showing you exactly where that bottom is. I'm going to show you what the next rally is likely to look like based on a plethora of different technical factors. Up next, Bitcoin's going to bottom soon, and then it's going to go through a rally. At least that is the prediction that we're making today. So we're going to be breaking down exactly why that's our prediction, how we got to that, and what you can do with that if you're looking to trade that rally that's coming up next. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. But without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Let's start with the question, what's up next? Well, to get to the bottom of the question, what's next, we first have to answer the question, what happened? Bitcoin has been in a major correction ever since it topped out at $31,000 on the 14th of April, 2023. It's fallen to date over $5,000 over the course of 40 days, over 16.5%. During that correction, Bitcoin has set a couple of very powerful lows. First and foremost, we bottomed out here around April the 22nd, around $27,000 on top of the 50 daily exponential moving average. That's one of the most important moving averages in cryptocurrency technical analysis. From that first bottom, Bitcoin would bounce all the way up to about $30,000 before rejecting again and going through its second leg of the bounce. This time, we dropped all the way down to the 100 daily exponential moving average, bounced slightly, and tested the 50 daily EMA as resistance and rejected from it. From there, Bitcoin has begun a correction, and at the time of recording this video, it has started to drop below the 100 daily exponential moving average, which gives us a lot of insight as to where Bitcoin may be going next. This correction has also been defined and predicted by LuxAlgo, which, as you can see, gave us a red sell signal here on the 19th of April. It was confirmed the very same day by the trend catcher, and it gave us a price target between $25,800 and $23,000. You can see denoted here in blue. Briefly hiding all of our drawings, you can see that Bitcoin originally came down to the very top of this first take profit zone on May the 12th, 2023. And at the time of recording this on the 25th of May, Bitcoin dropped all the way down there once again, meaning that we're approaching the take profit zone that this original sell signal from April 19th called for. In other words, Bitcoin seems to be very close to the bottom. However, it's not just LuxAlgo giving us this indication that we're close to the bottom because of that take profit. It's also the 50, the 100, and the 200 daily EMA. As you can see, Bitcoin's first correction, we bottomed out at the 50. On the second correction, we bottomed out on the 100. The third correction very well may bottom out down right around $25,000, which is where the 200 daily exponential moving average sits. That 200 DEMA also resides in the very middle of the first take profit zone for the LuxAlgo sell signal. And two more things, it also converges with a very large big even, that being $25,000. Of course, that's a very impactful number for many traders and investors because they see $25,000 and they say, that is a number that I am interested in trading around, because $25,000 comes to mind a lot quicker than $23,472.48. Big evens are very important in the math psychology of crypto, and you have to understand the math psychology of crypto to understand where the market is going. The second convergence with that 200 daily EMA is that the $500 billion mark for Bitcoin's market capitalization sits just above 25K. As you can see on CoinMarketCap, as Bitcoin trades at $26,200, it is also trading at $508 billion. Dropping down to just above $25,000 would mean that we are entering the take profit zone as denoted by LuxAlgo. It'd mean that we're dropping down to the 200 daily EMA, continuing our trend of finding support on the 50, the 100, then the 200. It would also indicate that we're falling down to support on a big even, that being $25,000. And fourth, it means that we would be finding support on the $500 billion market capitalization level for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. In short, it is highly likely, although not guaranteed, that Bitcoin's final bottom for this correction that we started on April 14th will be somewhere in the range of $24,500 to $25,500. We've already dropped down to $25,800. It's possible that was the bottom. I think we may have a little bit further to go. But the point is, with all likelihood, that bottom is very, very close. So what's up next? The reason I'm so excited about this series that we're launching here on the Crypto Jeb YouTube channel is because to enter a trade, it's much better to figure out what's up next and then enter into that trade as you're moving into that trend that's coming up next. It's much better to enter into a new trend rather than to try and catch a trend when it's already coming to its completion. The downtrend that we've been in for the last 2 months is near its completion. Not the best time to enter a short. The better decision is to wait for what's next, a rally that's likely coming in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and then get a trade in. How does that look? Let's talk about that. With the Bitcoin market likely bottoming out above $25,000 in the next week or two, that of course gives us the question, what's next? Well, of course, there are two outcomes. Number one, Bitcoin could go into a rally. Number two, Bitcoin could go into a downtrend. Cue the hate comments. Oh my gosh, Jeff said it could go up or down. Well, duh, it can go up and down. Okay, Bitcoin can always go up or down. Let me just back up and give you an analogy that I think was very helpful on Coffee and Crypto. I live in the beautiful and warm and sunny state of La Florida. I live in Florida. And in Florida, if you're a Floridian, you know about hurricane season. You know that every single year, we get this season for 3 or 4 months where we're about to get slammed by a hurricane. Your job, and I'll explain why, is to be like the meteorologist, the governor, the police force, the school teacher, the mayor, and the citizen all at once. Let me explain. Your job as the meteorologist, or in this case, the technical analyst, is to try and figure out with a certain percentage chance what city is that hurricane likely to strike. Is it going to hit Panama City? Is it going to hit Tallahassee? Is it going to hit Jacksonville? Is it going to hit Orlando, Miami, St. Petersburg, Fort Myers? Is it going to hit Gainesville? Is it going to hit Orlando? Where is that hurricane going and with what percentage likelihood? That has to be updated daily because the hurricane's moving and things are changing, and it's not a direct science where you can just predict with absolute certainty where it's going to go, but you have a general idea, this cone as you've seen before, that the hurricane's going to go somewhere in this area and is likely going to go here. So okay, the meteorologist has done his job. He says it's a 73% likelihood that it's going to hit Jacksonville. It's only a 3% likelihood that the hurricane's going to hit Panama City. Therefore, this is a big hurricane. It's a dangerous hurricane. The vast majority of the planning and preparation that the governor, the mayor, the citizen, the school teacher, the police force does should be done in Jacksonville because it's overwhelmingly likely, according to the meteorologist, that the hurricane's going to hit Jacksonville. But if there's a 3% likelihood that the hurricane's going to hit Panama City, it's still prudent to plan just in case this city that's 300 miles west gets hit, right? Because it's better to have a plan and not need it than to not have a plan and need it. So if you're in cryptocurrency and you're a technical analyst, your job number 1 is to be like the meteorologist. They get a bad rap, but ultimately, if you know a hurricane's coming, you can thank a meteorologist for that because you had time to plan. Your job is to be like a meteorologist and say, there is a certain likelihood that the market's going to go up, it's going to go sideways, it's going to go up to this price target, it's going to go to this price target, or maybe it's going to go down. The hurricane's going to hit Jacksonville, maybe it'll hit Panama City, maybe it'll hit Tampa. Here's the likelihood of it hitting each city. What I'm here to tell you today is that the likelihood is that Bitcoin is going to bounce above $25,000 and go through a few $1,000 rally. However, there's a 3% chance the hurricane can hit Panama City. So I'm going to show you the short trade as well, even though it's not what's most likely. What's up next for Bitcoin is that Bitcoin is very likely to break bullish out of this descending wedge. When it does so, after bottoming out either where it's bottomed right now or slightly above $25,000, you're going to want to look for some confirmations. First and foremost, you could look for a confirmation of a breakout based on breaking above this downtrend. Second and second most, you could wait for a confirmation of Lux Algo giving you a buy signal with trend catcher confirmation. That would be another confirmation. Thirdly, you could wait for Bitcoin to break above the 100 and above the 50 daily moving average. That would give you another confirmation. All of those confirmations would likely come into play sometime in the beginning of June, maybe into mid-June, around $26,000 to $27,000. After you breach through that zone, and maybe after you break above, let's say $27,500, that's where you might say, okay, if there's enough exuberance here, I am confident to go ahead and start preparing to enter a trade. Remember, the hurricane's likely to hit Jacksonville. The metaphorical Jacksonville is the long trade. It's less likely to hit Panama City, the metaphorical short trade. So we're not going to spend as much time on the short trade. We're going to spend the majority of our time on a long trade because that's what's more likely to be necessary. If Bitcoin breaks here above this downtrend, we have Lux Algo coming in green. We have this level of $27,500 broken. Maybe we even see a Fed rate pause coming in as icing on the cake in June 14th's meeting. Then that's where you may enter a long position as Bitcoin starts to come back to the upside around, let's say, 27,750. From there, you're going to want to use a very conservative stop loss. In this case, we have a lot of sideways trading here, so I'd say if Bitcoin fell below 26,750, you'd probably want to get out of that trade. As far as price target is concerned, guys, remember, this is a pretty large descending wedge that Bitcoin finds itself in, so the price target could be pretty high. In fact, the price target could be all the way up to $32,000 or $33,000. I would set your first exit here at probably $29,500 just so that you get an exit right before 30 in case we reject off of $30,000, then put some more exits up here towards $31,000, and maybe your last third you would exit right before we hit 33, which is that big even that we've been talking about for the last several months, 32,935. Those 3 exits on that long trade might look something like this. The first third of your position you would sell at 29.50. The second third you'd sell at 30,750 just in case we double top here at this previous high set on April 14th. Let's say you might exit that third right there around 32,750. So there you go. What's up next? Bitcoin is likely to bottom out around $25,000, maybe a little higher, and it's likely to go through a $5,000 to $7,000 rally up to between $30,000 and $33,000. If Bitcoin does that, if it hits Jacksonville, then I just gave you a potential trade setup. But it's not just my dream to give you a fish. I want you guys to learn how to set these trades up on your own. So extract the principles out of what I just said and set up a trade for yourself. You might think, I don't think I want to put a take profit there. I might want to put it here. You might also want to wait for the take profit from Lux Algo because those take profits are very powerful. Now, as far as the short trade's concerned, what happens if we hit Panama City? The contrarian view right now is that there is a gap down here on CME futures between $20,400 and $21,000. What happens if it goes all the way down here, Jeb? Well, very simply, let's talk about what happens if we hit Panama City. I think it's the less likely option, but why not address it? If Bitcoin, therefore, capitulates below the 200 daily EMA, that's where you would start considering a drop down to $20,000. First off, $20,000 is a very strong level of support. I doubt Bitcoin's going to breach that, especially if we're only going down there to fill a CME gap. It's possible, it's unlikely. Therefore, I feel comfortable saying let's enter a short trade here around 24,750 based on what you know from the time. This is the contrarian view, so we need to have updated technical analysis that's saying, no, actually, now this is the likely outcome. You see what I mean? We want to wait and have a little bit more confirmation before we just enter the short just because we hit that price target. You can hit 24,750 and not enter a short if there's other corroborating factors that would lead you to believe that it's actually just bottoming a little lower than we originally thought. So don't just enter the short because we hit that level. Don't set that as an automatic trade. Just wait and see if maybe Bitcoin's just sending a wick. You don't want to enter a short when we're catching a falling knife. But if Bitcoin has actually gone into a major downtrend and there's confirmation, I'm not going to get into them today because, again, we're not going to spend as much time planning for the least likely scenario. But if there's confirmation, then sure, you can enter this short trade. Take profit on this one, guys. To be honest with you, we drop below 24.5. We're probably going to go down to at least 21,500. So I'm going to set an exit here at 21,650. The reason for that is that $21,500 has been a very important level of resistance in past. We used it as resistance here. We used it as resistance here and support here. Therefore, I'm going to set the first stop right above that level because there's not a lot of VRVP support in this zone. You can see Bitcoin's kind of just going to fall straight down to it. That'd be the first take profit. Maybe take half of your profit there. The second take profit on the short trade would probably be setting a take profit right around $20,500. So there you go. What's up next? I'd give it an 80% likelihood we're going to bottom around $25,000 and go through a rally like I just defined. We're going to give that an 80% likelihood. So therefore, we spent the majority of our planning on that outcome. On the flip side, it is possible that Bitcoin capitulates and falls to the downside. I'm going to give this a 20% likelihood. Can it happen? Yes. Is it likely? No. If that occurs, then I've given you a potential trade setup. Again, not to just give you a fish, but to teach you principles of how to fish, i.e. set these trades up for yourself. I would love to hear if this is helpful. I'm really excited about this series because ultimately that's what you guys are trying to get out of technical analysis. You're trying to figure out what's up next. How do I trade it? Tell me in the comments down below if that was helpful. If you want to learn more about technical analysis and how to apply that technical analysis, then I would highly encourage you to sign up for Club DeFi's Principles of Technical Analysis. We've got over 60 videos over in Club DeFi teaching you guys everything that you need to know about technical analysis so that you can hit the ground running, making profitable trades. In Principles of Technical Analysis, we're going to teach you everything from the very basics of technical analysis, talking about what happens when a market continues in its current direction, what happens when it reverses, how do we confirm trends. Then we're going to talk about all the different candlestick formations, all the different indicators. We're going to talk about all the different principles, such as psychology of candlesticks, such as psychology of traders. And we're even going to be showing you how to use the different softwares that you'll use daily, such as TradingView and CoinMarketCap. All of this, and you're also going to be getting access to weekly office hours where I meet with you guys at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, where I get to meet with you guys on a teacher-student group setting, and you guys can ask me all of your pressing questions. Those are recorded, uploaded in our exclusive Discord server every single week so that you guys can see the review of that, ask questions on that video, and I'll answer them in next week's office hours, which will also, of course, be recorded. Club DeFi is set up to walk you through this process of saying, what's a chart, to becoming a profitable trader and analyst so that you guys can reach towards that goal of financial sovereignty. Also, consider signing up for Lux Algo. You can use coupon code JEB, J-E-B-B, 30 for 30% off at checkout with the link in the description box down below and save $472 on Lux Algo over the first year by using the annual plan and coupon code combined. Hopefully you've seen how useful Lux Algo is. It's absolutely a product that you want to get access to. I've been using it every day for years. I'm a very big fan of it. I use it in almost all my videos. Make sure to check it out down below. As far as the prompt, no one responded to the prompt last week with the wallet address. So we're going to do this again. As you guys know, we have this thing where I do a giveaway of half of last video's ad revenue to whoever answers the prompt in a way that I find interesting. So here's the question. I'm going to ask it again because I asked it last week and I'm really curious your answers for this. What is your favorite building around the world? Is it the Taipei 101? Is it the Burj Khalifa? What's your favorite building and why? Give me a good reason. Leave your wallet address and you'll be getting 50% of the ad revenue of this video sent to you in Bitcoin. I'm sharing the revenue of this as a free giveaway just so that you guys can join together with me in building this community. And because I think it's fun. I think it's really cool reading these comments. Didn't get one last week. So if you want to enter to win the giveaway, that's how you do it. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the post notification bell so you won't miss a single beat. Before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.